Hello and welcome back to Back Corner Comics, and today we're going to be discussing the Dick Tracy reprint series being put out by Clover Press in amazing paperback slipcases. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, as you can tell, Clover Press has wisely decided to reprint Dick Tracy in these affordable paperback slipcases. This is the first volume of the reprints. It says 1941. If you're familiar with Dick Tracy, you know that Dick Tracy began in the mid 30s. I think 1933 is the exact year it started. But Clover Press wisely decided to reprint them from various decades. This was kickstarted alongside two other volumes, 1943 and 1944. So there's 4 volumes per Kickstarter, and they're just now doing one for the 60s, I believe 1960, and then upwards into 1964. I could be wrong, I have to double check. The link will be down below in the description if you do want to help that project along. So yeah, as you can tell, it's a cheeky kind of cut-in design. It looks like a case file. See 1941 up here. You can display them like this on the shelf, which is how I do it. It makes me feel, like a detective whenever I pull these out to read. And as you can tell, this is like Dick Tracy's little television watch. And yeah, so let's get into it. So you slip it out, and here it is, slipped out. It's a very nice designed slipcase. I believe this is from the Dick Tracy Warren Beatty movie. Very fun stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. So one thing to note about this is the binding on this book. When you open it, it's going to be kind of like open. Let me try to see if I can. So you see how there's like a space, like a gap in there? That's nothing to be concerned about. These are designed to be laid flat, open like a children's book. They recently reprinted the Spider-Man newspaper strips in this same kind of format, same slipcase-like design. We'll look at those at some point. And I saw a lot of people freaking out about it in the Facebook group. So yeah, this is Dick Tracy, 1941. This is a great alternative way to collect these this amazing character and this amazing work by Chester Gould. So as you can tell, very, very fun. If you know anything about Dick Tracy, you know that there's a lot of crazy things that happen. People die in really horrific ways. So it lays flat really nice. I'm looking at the binding right now and it looks crazy, okay? It looks insane, but that's just how it's designed so that way you can enjoy these laid flat on the table. We won't really look at the other volume. I just kind of wanted to have it there for display. Dick Tracy's a lot of fun, and if you've read Cabby by Mark T., I have a video up on that comic, and that's kind of like a really great recreation of Dick Tracy's kind of pacing. Like this, all these plots are like a domino effect. One thing affects another, and then another. I will say that Dick Tracy is a very bad detective. These stories are not necessarily about detective work. It's mostly about a cop who is just chasing people. It's more like a chase kind of strip. And then whenever Max Collin takes over, I believe he implements a little bit more detective stuff going on. Very awesome. I'm very thankful that Clover Press is putting these out in this format. It's $30 per slipcase. You can kickstart them. For example, look at that amazing design too. Just so fun. I think they're better than the hardcovers, honestly. But yeah, you can kickstart these. They're doing 4 batches, or you can buy them whenever they come out on Amazon. That's how I bought these two. They're $30 each, or if you kickstart, you essentially get one free if you're an early bird supporter. So for $90, you get 4 great slipcase paperbacks, reprints of Dick Tracy. I love Dick Tracy. I'm so glad this is back in an affordable way. I had to let go of my hardcovers a few years ago, so it's nice to have these in a new presentable way with new covers. Actually, let's look at the other one real quick. I'm not going to be lazy, okay? You can see here, you get new covers. Just wonderful stuff. Prune face. Just so fun. And they got a great lineup of artists on these. Same kind of back. Just fun stuff. I really hope that these are successful enough to find their way into the regular book market, like you go into Barnes & Noble and you can pick these up. I really hope that's the case with this. It's a low entry point, $30. I mean, come on, and you're getting some of the best newspaper strips you can get. And yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching. This is Dick Tracy with Back Corner Comics. So see you guys next time.